everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of CTV. It's Valentine's Day edition, guys. My name is Sierra Artemis, and I am your host. Guys, do me a favor. If you have not already, be sure to follow me and like my page on Facebook. That's Sierra Artemis TV. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sierra Artemis. Make sure you turn those notifications on and check out my website, sierraartemis.com. Now, the purpose of CTV is to highlight minority businesses, creatives, and entrepreneurs in hopes to inspire you on the other side of the screen to go out and chase your goals and your dreams. And my next guests today are doing just that. My First and foremost, my guest, she is a dream chaser and a go-getter. Guys, help me to introduce Chundria Brown. I'm gonna go ahead and bring her up on the screen. Hey, Chundria, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Guys, so Chundria is the writer, director, and producer of the short film Dare to Love. She's also joined by actors Glenn Mitchell and Morgan Renee. I'm gonna go ahead and bring them up.
Hi.
And hey guys, how are you doing? And they are joining us all the way from the Windy City, guys, Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois. So I want to thank you guys also for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
No problem at all. So I'm going to start off with Chundria. So tell us about the short film and why it's appropriate for Valentine's Day.
Oh, sorry. Valentine's Day because it's a love story. It's a Black love story. It's a passionate love story. It's a heartfelt love story. And so for all the lovers, the people that love romantic comedies, that love romantic dramas, that love seeing people in love, that love seeing people fight for relationships. So that's who it's for.
Okay. So it's airing today. It's already aired. So it's 7 here, and it aired at 8 p.m. today, correct?
Yes.
So
8 a.m. this morning. It went live.
8 a.m. Okay. So where can we find it? Where can we find it?
You know what? I have a new. This is my first project under my new production company, Chundria Brownlow Media, and so it's right on my website, cbrownlowmedia.com/dare to love. If you go to cbrownlowmedia.com, you can find the link for Dare to Love, and you can watch the film, enjoy it, love it, give us your feedback, tell us what you think about it.
Okay. And guys, I'm going to put that information at the bottom of the screen. You should be able to see it right now. Yes, that's cbrownlowmedia.com, Dare to Love. Awesome. So how long is this film? Like, how long is it? Like an hour, 30 minutes, or shorter?
It's a half-hour film.
Okay. Awesome. So my next question is going to be for Glenn or Morgan. So who do you guys play? Let's start with Morgan. What character do you play in this short film?
I play Charisma Davis. She is mid-20s. Obviously, she's in love. I am David's fiance. Yeah, she's a lot. She's a lot. She's a pretty interesting character. It was a pleasure being her, actually.
So do you feel like you kind of related to your character in any way? Is there any, what differences or what similarities are you noticing between you and the character that you play?
I think I related to her. She's really witty, and I'm really witty. I have a smart mouth, and I think Charisma has a really smart mouth. But also Charisma loves love, and I'm a hopeless romantic as well. And it's like she wants everything to exhibit her love and exude that love that she has. And if it doesn't, if it's anything less than that, then she isn't happy.
Okay. Woo. So you know her. She's like, I had to be her. All right. Glenn, I'm going to ask you the same question. So tell me what character you play and how you feel like you relate to that character.
Well, my character is David Martin, and he has a lot of aspirations to be better than what he currently is. So a lot of professional aspirations. So, I mean, it was really easy for me to kind of lock in with him because as an actor, anybody that you're in a relationship with, they kind of have to understand that most times that is going to come first, because you can have an audition or anything at the last second and it's gonna supersede anything else. So David and I feel like we're kind of, connected in that sense. but I think he's a little meaner than I am. I would say.
Oh goodness. I would say, but I don't want to give any spoilers. It's like, what advice would you give to your character? But I don't want to give it away.
No,
I want people
like
to
that question actually.
Okay. Let's do it. So because it sounds like your character has some underlying issues. What advice do you have for your character?
For my character, for David, I would say he needs to work on communicating better. I feel like instead of just going from 0 to 100, a lot of things could have been cleared up if he just opened up a little bit more and just kept it 100 in his relationship instead of assumptions.
Okay, I got you. Morgan, do you have any advice for your character without giving away too much?
I would say slow down and listen. I feel like she talks a lot and she doesn't really listen to much that David says. She has her own perception of what he is saying versus actually listening to him. So I would say she needs to slow down and listen and take in what he actually has to say.
Okay. And you know what I love now? I haven't seen it, so I'm going to be watching it along with you guys that are tuning in right now. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out. So from what I read about this story, it's a communication piece. So Chundria, back to you. Tell me a little bit about what inspired you to write this film or to create this film. And is this your first film?
This is my very first film. So I started with a short film. I actually wrote much of this story prior to COVID happening. I had every intention to get it done, and then the world kind of shut down, and so I kind of shelved it until I thought the perfect time would come. And I realized there is no perfect time.
Right.
And so I kind of dusted it off. It originally was a television series, actually. And so what I did is I took a storyline from the series and I made it a short film. And so I'm a lover of all that. My favorite genre is love, romantic comedies. I love love stories. I love reality dating shows. Like, that's my jam. And so, of course, the first thing that I would write would be a love story. And not your typical, like, everything's peachy and rosy, but also not to the level of disrespecting each other either, because I'm not a fan of that either. I don't like to see couples, disrespect each other. But we have conflicts. We've all been in relationships that have, that have had some conflict. And so what I hope to do is not only tell a beautiful love story, but I hope to help people mature in the way they handle their relationships, maybe see themselves in one of the character. Maybe someone can relate to being a David and being so ambitious and feeling like nothing else matters. Nothing is more important than this business, this brand, this goal, this mission, like whatever you're working toward, maybe somebody could relate to that and feel like, man, I wish my partner was more supportive. And like Glenn just said, communicating your feelings. Like, I do want to be with you. It doesn't mean that you're less important than what I'm working toward, but Dare to Love is about daring to love romantically. It's about daring to love yourself. It's about daring to love your dreams, daring to love your goals. It's a multifaceted piece. It's not just about their romantic relationship, but it's about loving yourself enough, because they both are going to have to make some decisions in this film. Charisma has to make some decisions about how she wants to be loved, and all too often in relationships, a lot of times with women, we take on what we don't want or what we don't need, and that's what creates toxic energy. So all in all, I just want us as people, as Black people, as people, period, I just want us to cultivate better relationships. And if this story can inspire somebody to, be better communicators, to be better lovers, to be more patient with their mates, and also to get rid of what doesn't serve you. If it doesn't serve you, then why are you keeping it around? For what? To say you're in a relationship. If it doesn't serve you, it doesn't make you feel good, if it's less than what you anticipated. So just finding that balance. I hope to educate, I hope to inspire, and I hope to create better relationships through this film.
That's awesome. One thing, there's a few things that stood out to me that you said, and I really, really love this, because this isn't like it doesn't sound like it's a helpless romantic film, not like that Disney happily ever after. This is it's real. This is something that, from what I'm hearing, is something that everybody could possibly go through in a relationship. There are questions that we need to answer. And I love that this, it opens the conversation for it. You know, it opens the conversation for us to seek within ourselves for these answers, because sometimes it's easy for us to give advice or look at someone else's relationship and say, you know, oh, they should have done this or they should have done that, when we don't take on that advice ourselves. And for what I am hoping that I gain, and for what everyone else could gain from this, is maybe you can see if you can find yourself in the characters. If you relate to the characters anyway, find yourself and try to find ways to help yourself or be better. So I think that's awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing this, because I'm gonna be out of town with my boo. We're gonna be watching this. Okay. We're gonna be
another thing I'll add, Sierra, is, you know, which is public knowledge for the film, is that they're engaged, you know, and so they're technically at from the very beginning of the film, we catch them being on uncommon ground as they navigate their way toward marriage. That is so commonplace, you know, because it keeps going back to that communication. There's a lot of conversations that we don't have when we're dating. When we're single, conversations we don't have with ourselves, conversations we don't have with our mate. You know, it's frilly and fluffy until you have to kind of have those really tough conversations. And so we kind of catch them in a very relatable experience of preparing for a wedding that they're not ready for.
So, Chundria, and I'm gonna ask you another question. So when you were creating these characters, do you know a David? Do you know a Charisma? Are they based off of people you know? Don't give them away. Don't snitch. Don't tell yourself.
I'm telling.
Okay, well, tell me.
I know everyone. I know these are all characters that I know. This is a culmination of stories. This is a culmination of family and friends experiences rolled into, you know, one character. One instance, one happenstance, you know, these are loosely based on people that I do know, but there's no like Charisma is, you know, cousin Margaret, you know,
That'd be funny.
But it's just loosely based on a number of stories and experiences that I've either had myself or people that I have known. One thing that I love that I created is Morgan's character, Charisma, has an older sister that she just leans on, and they have this beautiful relationship where it's, you know, I wanted to show two Black women have a healthy, strong, sisterly relationship, and not all the, you know, nobody's calling each other the B word. There's no tension. It's like Hollywood's favorite thing to do is to, you know, have these enemies between
each other, sibling rivalry,
women, Black women, and I don't like her, and she's this and this and that, and I told her off, and we're snatching wigs on set. You know, I don't like any of that stuff at all. You know, and if that's what you're into, you know, no judgment for me. But if I'm going to create a story, I'm not going to do that. And so it was very imperative for me to create healthy relationships, and even in the way that I created Charisma and David's story, it's not They get it in now. Don't get me wrong. They do a lot of hollering, but it's never, nobody's calling each other out their names. You know, there's no cheating scandals. You know, it's just stuff that's so oversaturated in Hollywood. And then the way that I wanted to represent, you know, Morgan. You know, Morgan is playing a young, engaged Black woman. You know, what light do I want her to be seen in? You know, Glenn is playing a Black man. What light do I want to see him in? You know, I don't want him playing the joke, you know, the cheating, you know, womanizer, playboy. You know, I got 3 babies on the way. Like that's not what I want.
We gotta show our men. We gotta show our men in good light. You know, we gotta change that narrative. We gotta change that narrative.
I'm married to a Black man, so I'm not gonna defame the Black man. We need to lift up our Black men. We need to lift up our Black women, you know, and show them in great lights, show them doing productive things, show them, you know, really trying. We don't see enough of Black relationships on TV really trying to make it work.
Absolutely.
You got to watch the movie to see how it ends and how the story unfolds. But I will tell you this. There will be a part 2.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for part 1, and I'm definitely excited for part 2. Guys, if you're just tuning in, I am here with writer, director, and producer Chundria Brownlow, and her 2 actors in the film. I have Glenn Mitchell and Morgan Renee, and we're talking about the short film again. The short film Dare to Love. It is It is out right now, guys. It is out right now. So make sure you guys go to the website that is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to have a live link in the comment section, guys. So look out for that. It's going to be a live link with the for the show, so you can click and watch that show, guys. So I want to kind of talk a little bit more about production. We talked a little bit about the film. So when did you guys film this?
January 30th.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay.
And how 30th and 31st. We just
Okay.
wrapped last Saturday. We just wrapped February 6th.
So have you guys seen any snippets yet? Have you seen it yet? Or you're waiting like the rest of us to see the rest of it?
I've seen a good snippet. I've seen a good one. I've seen a good one.
Yeah,
It
I've
looks
seen some
fantastic.
snippets.
Okay.
I didn't want them to see it until, it was time to the day of. So no,
Okay.
I didn't want anyone to see it. I've shown, I think they've each seen like a scene a piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold you
little
off.
bait.
I'm gonna hold you off. So that's awesome. I'm excited too because we're gonna all be watching it together. You guys, of course, know a little bit more about the Morgan and Glenn. Have you guys worked in acting before?
Actually, I graduated with the BFA in acting
Okay.
from UIC.
Okay.
So this is pretty much my life.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, COVID put a hold on that.
Right.
But this is what I love to do. So.
Okay. What about you, Glenn?
Well, I started acting full time a few years back. I came from more of like a music background, but I made the switch, and this would be my third indie film that I've been in. Definitely the most ambitious.
Well, you know what? I'm excited because I'm seeing you guys before you blow up. Don't forget you were on my show.
Okay.
Don't forget you were on my show. Now, Chundria, are you working on any other projects right now, or are you taking a little break?
We're going to relish in the success of Dare to Love for right now, and then we'll come back in the spring and work on part 2. So this is a cast of 6 people.
Okay.
Morgan and Glenn are the leads in the movie, but we do have some other characters that are supportive of the 2 of them. Like we have Morgan's sister, and then David has a coworker that he's friends with. So it's like there are other people in the film.
Right.
My husband is in the film. Shout out to Brownlow. And so I want to come. We'll be back in the spring and let the cold wear off a little bit.
Right.
But for the next quarter, I'm going to run the film festival circuit and just to get the film out there. Create buzz and work on distribution of it. So if anybody watching who watched the film would like to help us distribute said film, please contact me at cbrownlowmedia.com. But for the rest of the year, personally, I plan to, build up Chundria Brownlow Media and just continue to create all these amazing characters that I have in my head. And so if there are any actors watching, anybody that wants to work in production or looking for opportunities. I know COVID shut things down, but I will tell you this, it does my heart really good to know that, after COVID hit, production was shut down in a number of, major cities. It feels good to add one more project, to the industry for 6 amazingly talented actors to come and be a part of it. That's what warms my heart. It's like, I had a project. There's one more project out there. So
awesome.
I'm grateful for their talent. I mean, it was a short turnaround. We did not have a lot of time. We did not have any in-person rehearsals. Shout out to Zoom, who helped us conduct all these rehearsals apart from each other. But, when we got on set and that energy was right, I mean, these 2 nailed it, every scene. And it was just really amazing to watch words that I typed, on my laptop really come to life. And, even, seeing the final video is it's really mind blowing. And I'm so grateful to you both, Morgan and Glenn. Thank you so much for bringing this project to life.
Awesome.
Oh,
and I'm
thank
looking.
you.
Awesome. And I'm actually, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to stop by and check in with CTV to tell us about your film. And I'm looking so forward, just like I'm sure the rest of you guys are, to check this film out. Now, I do have Chundria's email right there, guys. That's Chundria at cbrownlowmedia.com. I also have her Instagram handle. That's Chundria TV. I also have the lovely Morgan's Instagram information right there. That's love.morgan.renee. And I also have Glenn's information, and that is the_expensive_closet. Well, guys, I want to thank you again for checking in with me. Is there anything else that you'd like to add about this film besides to go check it out?
Check it out. And thank you so much, Sierra, for having us. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all. Guys, that website is scrolling continuously at the bottom of the screen. And again, I had that live link in the comment section. So as soon as CTV is over, I want you guys to go to that link, copy it, paste it, click on it, pull it to another tab, and you need to go ahead and check it out. All righty. So again, thank you guys for being a part of CTV today.
Thank
you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
No problem. Help you guys out. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to CTV. Our guest and featured artist will be coming up next.
Seems like I'm missing the cues, but I'm really getting tired of being misused. You're a really good girl that I really do deserve. But with my love, I just don't want you to get hurt. Cause with girls, I don't know how much I can take right before I drown in all my worst mistakes. And I know that you my new direction, but all my heart can take is fake affection. Yeah. I don't wanna get too comfortable. I don't wanna get you out of my reach. I don't wanna get too comfortable. I just wanna take some time. I don't wanna get too comfortable. I don't wanna get you out of my reach. I don't wanna get too comfortable. I just wanna make you mine. It's so hard just to tell you the truth. Tearing me apart just to say it to you. Truth is, I'm still hung up on my ass. And it's probably why I can't move to the next. Cause with girls, I don't know how much I can take right before I drown in all my worst mistakes. And I know that you may be my new direction, but all my can take is fake affection, yeah. I don't wanna get too comfortable. I don't wanna get you out of my reach. I don't wanna get too comfortable. I just wanna take some time. I don't wanna get too comfortable. I don't wanna get you out of my reach. I don't wanna get too comfortable. I just wanna make you mine. I don't wanna get too